Hello everyone. Welcome tech enthusiasts and industry professionals. I'm Diksha, host of today's session, and my friend co-host Naman is also here. Hi Naman, how are you? Are you there?
Hey, hi, how are you doing, Diksha? Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. Let's see how the day goes and how this session goes. So, are you excited, Diksha?
Well, actually, I'm very much excited today, and also I feel very much enthusiastic. And we are excited to invite you for an illuminating IT webinar where we are going to delve into cutting edge technologies, explore innovative trends, and unravel the future of information technology. And throughout the webinar, you all have the opportunity to hear from our industry expert, gain new perspectives to ensure that you leave this webinar with a deeper understanding. And I also encourage you to actively participate, ask questions, and feel free to drop your queries in the chat box.
I think, Diksha, we should definitely ask our audience that from which city, from which state, or from which country they have joined us. I think let's see the audience like from where they are. So, guys, we are in Toronto, Canada. So, guys, like you can use the chat box and please, everyone, please use the chat box and let us know like from where are you joining because when we join from entire world, the session becomes very interesting because a lot of people have different thoughts and we will be using the chat window to understand like from where you guys have been joining. So please be very interactive in the chat box. So yeah, so over to you,
Yes,
Dikshant.
everyone. Please let us know in the chat box at which part of country you all have joined from. Oh, well, I can see that there are a lot of people come from Ghana, Canada, US. That sounds great. We can see that a lot of people have joined from different parts of the country.
And definitely different part of the world as well. I think that's more exciting for us that people having same aspirations are joining from the different part of the world, and we are here to discuss something what is going to happen in 2024 because we have just 2 days left now and we all have certain plans, and when we plan something about a complete year, then I think we always think about our career very first because if we do something in career, that really helps to build everything. So yeah, so Diksha, I think we can get started.
So let's start with today's agenda. So in today's webinar, what we are going to all cover in this webinar session is that first of all, we're going to let you know about Think Loudly, that what is Think Loudly all about and what are the services and what we are going to help you to get your job in IT. And then we'll have interaction time where we're going to have some interaction and some questions with our upcoming guest who is going to give his own experience that how he got the job in IT, and you can also ask further questions with him. Then we'll have our webinar offer that we have started now, which is only valid till 60 minutes. So you can provide your information as we already given you the following information, and then we'll have the hack time where we'll be telling you about some informative tips, some knowledgeable facts about the cybersecurity and some other IT stuff. And then we'll have the quiz session where we're gonna have some quiz sessions and we'll have some lucky winners over there. And last, we'll have our FAQ session.
Okay, guys, so let me just talk about like why think loudly. I know that in this audience, I'm seeing so many names today. I haven't met you guys in the past, and I don't think so that my team members have met you. But I tell you one thing, it's my duty that I tell you why think loudly. I don't want to talk about like what we offer, but I want to tell you like where think loudly can be a game changer in this journey of getting a job in IT. See, number one reason that why we are quite popular in United States and Canada because we have created a very good connection with over 300 hiring partners, with different organizations. You won't believe those are all multinational organization, but it took us 4 years of time to build that connections. And that is the main reason what our students take the benefit of. And that's why our students are able to land a job in IT. Second reason, guys, organizations out there, they have 20 people, 30 people in one group. But that doesn't make sense. Do you want to be part of a crowd, or do you want an attention from your mentor, from your instructor? We understand it very clearly that groups cannot have over 3 or 5 students. We keep maximum 5 students in one group. That is maximum. We don't want to overcrowd it. Today, we are running over 250 groups. The reason is we don't keep over 5 students in one group. Then, let's say you have your interview and there is an assessment which you are not able to solve, but you have to pass that assessment to get into a second round, right? Come to us. Let's solve that interview assessment together, get the assistance, and pass that round seamlessly. After that, we don't believe on theoretical learning. You can get hundreds or thousands of videos on YouTube and can gain a very good theory of something. We believe only on live projects. I'm going to talk about live projects in upcoming slides, but live project is something where we are doing a great job. People appreciate us, and live project becomes a story to tell to your interviewer in your next interview. You won't believe that we have designed all the projects ourselves, looking at the industry demand, and we have everything. Plus, students who have joined us recently, they are enjoying the free workshops on AWS Cloud, on Azure Cloud. We have free workshops going Monday to Thursday in the morning and the evening, and you can join free workshops. We are coming with workshops after 15th of January for cybersecurity as well. Bring your friends, attend free workshops, gain a real-time knowledge. Don't depend on theory, don't depend on presentation. This is the era of the practical things, and do practicals, gain real time experience. That's very important. So I just wanted to tell you what we offer, why you should choose Think Loudly over other platforms, and I have to be very transparent what we offer. Okay guys, I want to talk about Think Loudly Lab. So guys, can anyone tell me in the audience, like, what is the best way to learn? Can anyone tell me in the audience? Do you know, if someone wants to learn something, what is that best way? Can anyone help me, please? Let's say if you want to learn a technology, yeah, there's Ribbon is saying hands-on. Anyone else? Learn by doing. Samuel, you're correct. Sylvester, hands-on, correct, absolutely correct. Online, wow, yes, good. Okay, I think most of you know this answer, that if you want to learn something, the best way to learn something is to do it by yourself. It's not like someone who do it for you. You cannot learn it. That's not the way someone should learn it. We are launching today Think Loudly Labs. This platform is open for every one of you. Go and check it out. Try it yourself. This has total 7 different labs available on AWS. Right now, we have launched it only for AWS, but we are coming up with Azure Cybersecurity Labs in upcoming months. But right now, this is our beta version, which we wanted to launch for students who have joined this webinar so that they can go and practice. Let me quickly show you that how it actually works. So are you guys interested to look at the labs, that how this labs actually work? Please guys, can we use the chat box? I really need at least 20 years before I actually showcase how Think Cloudy Lab works. Please guys, help me with at least 20. Okay, I think we have many. Yeah, sure. So let's see. Let's go and see Think Cloudly Labs, which is one of the innovative solution what Think Cloudly is bringing for the students. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let me just switch over to my. Okay, just a moment. Yeah. So over here, when you visit thinkcloudly.com, you will find an option over here which says Labs. When you click on this lab option, you'll be redirected to the to this page, which is specifically only for labs. And now you can see that we have launched these 7 labs which are available over here. So there is a lab. I mean, AWS users will able to understand it. EBS and EC2, DynamoDB table entry, API gateway, S3 bucket policy, user MFA activation. So we have launched this, and now if you click on get started, you'll be redirected to the to this window. Now, when you come over here, right now you have to click on sign in to Thinkcloudly Lab. People who have Thinkcloudly, I mean, I know most of the students who already have Thinkcloudly username and the password. You can continue with Thinkcloudly, and people who are new to Thinkcloudly and they don't have Thinkcloudly accounts yet, you can continue with Google. So it's your choice if you want to continue with Thinkcloudly or you want to continue with Google. Okay. Now, if I just click on this, let me sign in and show you. So once I sign in, I'll be able to see all my labs over here. Now, what you have to do is you can click on this lab. When you click on this lab, automatically there will be some resources which will be created in AWS console. So when you click on this lab, you can see that the lab is being created, and you have to wait for some time for these labs resources to load, because to perform these labs you need some resources, and these are being created in the cloud. So over here you can see the resources are created. So as soon as you see these resources, it means you are good to go. But how can I do it practically? So for that, you have to click on this button which is login to cloud, and username and the password is already given over here. And then you can start following these instructions. Number one benefit of following these instructions is that you will be able to understand the problem statement. What are we trying to solve here? Okay. And when you start following the lab instructions, so with the help of screenshots, you can basically go and execute the complete lab one by one. Okay. All these steps you have to follow. I'm going to show you how to follow these steps. And finally, once you are done, click on the validate button. So now if I click on validate button, it will give me an error because it will not be, see, you can see validation failed because I have not followed these instructions. So I'm going to show you how to follow these instructions. Click on login to cloud. When you click on login to cloud, you have to enter these username and the password. And when you enter these username and the password, let me show you. One moment. And just copy it. You can click on this button to copy it. And when you copy it here, you will be logged in inside the lab. So you are logged in AWS console. Now you have to basically simply perform these steps. So I have just clicked here and log into the cloud. I have entered these credentials. I'm done with this step. Now I am going to copy the volume. So from here, you can basically copy the volume and go and follow the steps. Just go to EC2 and follow these steps one by one. So if I go to volume and I search my volume here, I'll find my volume. And as soon as I find my volume, I'll just go and click on actions, attach volume. All these steps which we are following over here are already mentioned in the instructions, but I'm just trying to show all the steps to you so that we can do it and I can show you what I'm doing it. Now I'll paste the instance ID and I'll click on attach volume. As soon as I click on attach volume and my volume is successfully attached. Now over here, if I look at the last step, it says attach volume. It says attach volume. And I have done that. I have followed all the steps. And now finally, if I click on the validate button, so you can see experiment successfully completed experiment. So I mean, this is how you will be able to follow all the steps. If let's say if there is a image which is not clear, just click on the image, it will enlarge and you will be able to see it that what option you have to click. So there will be some challenges while you are performing the lab, but the benefit is those challenges will become the real learning for you. At any point of time, you're facing any issue, you can reach out to help ticket. Okay, so you can just put down your information and click on submit, and if possible, we'll try to reach you. If you're facing an issue, you can reach out to us on info@thinkcloudly.com so that we will be able to assist you. Apart from that, as soon as you are done with your lab, you can just click on delete. It will help us to save the resources, and you can just click on delete. So this will delete all the labs and you'll be out of it. So now you can just go back, and now you can try all the labs one by one. And I promise you, once you try all the labs, you will at least have an idea of 7 different services which comes under AWS. Okay. So this is about labs. So guys, how was it? Is it interesting for all of you? Everyone, do you think that you're gonna try it yourself? Great. Definitely, guys. Just check it out, try it, because we have our in-house software developers who are actually working day and night to come up with this. This looks very simple, but it's quite difficult to create such environment. And we are also trying our best to come up with with cybersecurity labs or different labs in future. So stay connected with Think Loudly. Join these webinars every second Saturday and check it out yourself that what new we are bringing for our students. Okay. So, okay. Now, guys, there is one thing what I want to tell you, and this is very interesting. For the people who have joined us here, all right, um, see, gathering and coming in these sessions is very interesting because you learn something new out of it, right? But we offer the certificate. When you get a certificate of attending these webinars, this is really helpful. I know so many students, they go on LinkedIn account, they post their certificate over there, and that shows that you are active. You are actively attending these webinars. You are connected with technology, and that can catch a lot of recruiters' eyes. So make sure, guys, we are. So Diksha, are you there? So are we going to provide the certificate to all the participants who are here with us?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, we are going to provide the certification participating over here. And I must tell you, everyone, that these are really important. I mean, that going to really help you in your future path.
Yes, exactly. So make sure that when as soon as you uh get the certificate, post it on your social media profiles, and let's catch the eye of recruiters so that they can ask you to for a job. Okay. Okay. So over to you, Light. If you are here. So Light, Diksha, are you there? I'm just unmuting Light. So Light is the guest for today who has gotten the job in IT and he had no experience in IT. So, Light, can you take like 5 minutes and talk about your experience?
Oh yeah, Naman. Thank you guys. Thank you for everybody who are here. And I started my journey back in 2020, I believe, and I didn't have any experience in IT field. So, and my wife is the one introduced me to Naman, and Naman he teach me a lot of things about IT field, about IT, especially AWS. And from there, he also helped me to get a job. So that's basically got my first job back in 2020, and I got this job because Naman was there. So Naman, I will say thank you for everything, and I hope everybody who was here gonna follow the path that I went through. Naman is a great guy, and also you guys have to listen to what he has to tell you guys, because believe me, is true. Coming from the background where I didn't know anything about computer, and also in terms of salary, you guys know the salary is great in IT. So for somebody who never know IT, and coming from nowhere, and then now I'm doing IT and make a lot of money. So you guys are in a great field, you guys are in great hands, and just follow what Naman has to tell you, and you guys gonna see. Yeah, what I have to say, Naman.
Okay, so Light, I mean, I remember the time we used to connect when you were actually in the process of landing a job in IT. So what were the main challenges, and what was it stressful? Because as I know, I remember that you used to work in a different domain. You were not in IT at all, right?
Yes,
But
actually, I was doing law enforcement, so people who live in US can understand that. So I was doing I was police officer in Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay, that's great. I didn't know that honestly. I thought you are in non-IT, but yeah, but okay. I know, and I think you were always aspiring that you wanted to get a job because I think before you, your wife Ango, she was actually my one of the student at Think Loudly, and she got the job earlier, and then you got the job, right? So
Correctly, correctly.
yeah, so I mean that's actually beautiful. That couple, they had no experience in IT. I mean, your story and Ango's story is always something which is favorite of mine because you guys, Ango comes from a healthcare background and you come from a totally low law enforcement background. So it becomes
Correct.
very difficult. Yeah. So was it stressful? I mean, how was the journey?
It's not something easy because like you guys know, coming from I didn't have any IT background, so and coming into IT is like everything's gonna be new for me. So it's like I say, it wasn't easy. You have to be really, really, you have to dedicate yourself. It's just like what can I say? It's just like a sacrifice. If you want to do something, you have to sacrifice for something. So sacrifice, study, look for the resources, look for the mentor like a Naman, and don't give up. Don't give up.
No, that's right. Because like I mean, most of the students they feel disheartened always. So what do you think? Like, how many months it can take for someone to land a job? Light either. I think someone has muted it. Muted him. Um, Light, can you unmute
Yes,
yourself?
yes, somebody muted for me.
Oh,
Okay. Me personally, I would say I took like at least like a 6 months. Oh, yes.
oh,
And 6 months is for me because, like I say, I didn't know anything about computer. So I have to take time, learn, and put a lot of work in.
yeah. I mean, I remember you were actually learning DevOps when we met last time, and
Exactly.
you were actually creating that like pipeline, and you wanted to learn Kubernetes in detail. And even I remember the last time when we were talking, you were actually solving one assessment before you got that job, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Yes.
and so I think it went well, and I think that is something you should tell us about. Like, so how many interviews you went through, and what was the process like? Were there like three rounds of interview or two rounds of interview? If you can just take minutes and tell us about it.
Most of the interview, because back then it's not like back then I have to go through like sometimes even 4 rounds of interview.
Wow,
And yes, even like 4 rounds of interview. So you have to go the first round, you have to, pass the first round, the second round, the third round, even sometimes the fourth round that they're gonna give you before they extend you an offer.
got it. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it can take a little longer. Yeah, and how's the journey right now? I mean, is it stressful or you are able to cope up with the new things? So how's the journey right now?
Right now, it's just like IT. Okay, I'm gonna say something some people might not like it, but IT is a growing field, and being an IT, that means you're gonna willing to learn every day. Because if you get into the IT after you get a job and then you say, "Oh, I get a job, I'm no longer gonna study," you lie. Because when you get a job, sometimes you might get fired, and if you got fired, you have to jump on the market and try to get another job, and if you during your journey you didn't study, you'll be stuck because IT is a growing field. So every day something's added. Like if you learn a new skill today, like a new tools today, tomorrow you might get another tools. And to be up to date, you have to learn the new tool that they come up with. Otherwise, when you go back on the market, you're gonna feel like you are not up to date. If you are not up to date, it's gonna be difficult for you to get a new job. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
if
you're
you
right.
guys, yeah, you guys who are here, you guys have to understand that this field is like constantly you'll be learning. So you have to learn every time you you always gonna be in the book. Even now, I still learning.
Mhm.
Even now that I got a job, but I'm still learning.
Wow. I mean, Light, so I know that it's a stressful, to get a job in IT, and even after you get a job, you have to keep up with the technology. You have to run with the same pace. So, but what about the rewards? Is it something which is really worth it? I mean, the
No,
salary.
for sure it's worth it because
Mhm.
compared to my life before, right now I can't but the way right now the way that I'm living my life is way different from when I was doing law enforcement. Because six figure, when you are making that money, believe me, you're gonna be happy. It's something gonna be very stressful. Sometimes you might even say, "Man, I'm gonna give up this thing." But once that money hit the bank, you see that money, you just gonna say, "No, I have to keep going."
Absolutely. I mean, that's the real motivation behind everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And what about the remote possibilities? I mean, do you think that there are remote possibilities, or you have to visit the office? How is it?
Right now, I get the chance that the job that I have, that I'm currently working on, that I'm in right now, is a remote job, and remote is give me more flexibility. You are there with your family. Like now, me and my wife, we working from home. At the same time, we are taking care of our kid, because right now, if you have like a three kid, and all of them they are small kid, so
No,
working remotely
I
is
remember
really
when Ango got a job, like after a few months, she got her third baby. Am I right?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
and when it comes to handling the baby and going to office, that also is something which is really inconvenient. But I think having a remote job is certainly a biggest factor. What people coming from different background, probably you make six figures job, but maybe in some other field you are making six figures, but you don't have that flexibility of working from home or maybe working from anywhere. But
Exactly.
IT gives you that. But any,
Yes.
I think light,
And me,
sorry.
and me now, man, I like to travel just like you. Sometimes I go to Canada and I can work from Canada. I can go to Paris and work from Paris. So, like I say, guys, it's very flexible.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I would like to see those pictures of my grandparents. Okay. No, that's really great because, like, see, people like you who have actually put the right amount of efforts and planned it in certain way. You guys actually become the inspiration to all of us, even to me, because I was an IT person always, so it was quite easy for me to stay in IT. But when people like you or Ango, I have a total respect for both of you because you guys have really worked hard. Light once, I was talking to Ango and she mentioned that she used to study in her break time. Can you imagine a nurse who has a break time? She's she's not just spending or wasting her time. She's taking out that time, sitting in the corner of the room and practicing and preparing. I mean, that's
Yes,
what.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's why I told you guys it's just like a sacrifice. Like me being law enforcement, I was doing the same thing that what my wife was doing. So sometimes when I have a break, I don't take a break. I don't really take a break. So I will just sit in my car when there's nothing going on. I have my book there. So I was always studying something. When I don't know something, I'm gonna reach my man for some help and doing practice. Like you guys say, practice, practice, practice. And it's just like you guys gonna take it like a math classes. In math, you cannot read the math. The math you have to practice it before understand it. So it's the same thing in the art field. If you don't practice it, you won't understand it. So practice, practice. And what I'm really surprised about what Naman say about the lab is really great. When I see it, I didn't even know that you have something like that, Naman. But if
absolutely.
people are here take advantage of that, I, trust me, guys, you're gonna get a job right away after you finish all after you guys go all through the program.
No, like
Because
that is right. Because you know what happens, like always people ask me, and they are always aspirant that Naman, whether I'll be able to land a job or not. I think I hear this question like 15, 20 times a day. But I tell you one thing that it depends on the process. You know, it doesn't depend on Think Loudly. It doesn't depend on Naman or on Think Loudly. It depends on the process you go through. If you are following the process religiously, the way Light said that he used to get some time, he used to sit in the car and practice. If you are getting that time and pushing yourself, I think that's something which is quite the most important thing, right? Like,
yes, 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 yes.
great. Sure.
I
Thank you
used to
so much. Right. Yeah. Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, but me and my wife we used to make a commitment. So sometimes, since we have a baby, we have to make sure that the baby go to bed before we went to bed. So sometimes we go to bed like 11, 12 at night, and then we have to wake up at 4 in the morning, study before get ready for work. If I'm gonna go to work, and if she's going to to do her nursing. So
Absolutely.
yeah, everything is just a dedication and sacrifice. And believe me, guys, it's gonna pay it off at the end of the day.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy like that, you actually came today and enlighten us the process and inspire us. Thank you so much, Light, for taking out some time. I really, really value this. And
My
at
pleasure.
any point of time you need anything, I'm always there for you. And please definitely send me those pictures of Canada and Paris. Okay.
I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Light. Thank you for coming, Light. Appreciate
All
it.
right, guys.
So,
Bye.
guys, can we just say congratulations to Light and his wife, Engo? I think they have done a very good job for themselves and for the kids, for those three kids, isn't it? So, great. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
over to you, Disha.
I heard a saying that there is no secret to success. It's the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failures. And I do believe that Light has paved his way towards the success. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Light. It was a really inspiring. It was really appreciable for boosting up our audience. And thanks for your precious time. And also, we truly appreciate your willingness that you shared your knowledge and perspectives with us.
Great. Okay, guys. So there is an announcement for every one of you. There are some people who have already taken up some courses online, and there are some people who have attended some training, some live classes already. But there are people who always feel that that scarcity of projects, or you can say like sometimes we feel that okay, I know this subject, but I don't have that hands-on experience, or I want to brush it up more, or I want to do some more things so that I can start working in IT, or I can pass that interview. Guys, Think Loudly has introduced the exclusive live projects. People who have already attended the training, no matter if you have attended the training, come to us. If you want 10 projects in Azure Live projects, we have 10. If you want 15 projects in DevOps Live projects, we have 15. It's just a matter of time. If you can spare out like 2 months, 3 months time, we can do n number of projects, as many projects as you want. So we have introduced these projects. If in case you are interested or you have attended the program already somewhere, but you want to upskill yourself with the help of real time projects driven by someone who has the industry experience, please come to us. We are offering projects on cybersecurity. We are offering projects on AWS Life, AWS, DevOps, and Azure. These are the four main areas where we have introduced the projects. Just let us know how many number of projects you need, and we'll assist you with that. These are so at Think Loudly, everything is live. We don't believe in recorded session. Recorded session you can get on YouTube for free of cost, but we don't believe on recorded session at all. We think if you are attending a training, attend it with a mentor or an instructor who's going to provide you a right guidance. And if you are stuck anywhere, he will assist you. So make sure if you need the projects, do come to us and let's talk about it. How many projects you need? So guys, like let's get started with something. So why we are here today? So may I know how many of you wants to secure a job in IT? Can you guys please drop your text in the chat box and let us know How many of you wants to secure an IT job? Everyone, I just want to hear the yes or me from everyone. Hafiz, Akshay, Arlet, everyone, Bertrand, Caroline. I know a lot of people here. Cody, Derek, Emmanuel, you know. Yeah, guys. So what else, guys? Like, are you guys interested? Great, great. I can see a lot of yes here. So people, I mean, now I'm happy that I'm talking to people to whom this presentation actually means because you guys want to secure that job. Today, I'm going to discuss about something what is actually going to work for you. It has always worked for me. It has always worked for our students. I always give these tips to our students and it has always worked. I promise you, if you follow it, it will work for you. So over here, we are here to understand the cybersecurity market in 2024. Okay. I know that there are people who are joining from AWS cloud background, or there are people who are joining from DevOps background, or maybe management background. Doesn't matter, guys. The plan is going to be same for all of you. So don't think that this context is not for you. This is for everyone over here because we are going to discuss a plan. Please follow that plan. I'll show you how it has worked for me. I promise you it will work for you as well. Okay. So guys, over here, we need to understand that how can we basically land a cybersecurity job? See, imagine a guy, okay? Imagine a guy, this guy, his name is John, and he wants to land a job in an organization. So let's say this is an organization, okay? And when he wants to land a job in this organization, first of all, he's going to apply for that organization, right? For that particular job opportunity. Then he is going to look at the complete job description that what is required in that particular job, right? And then he will proceed with the interview. And finally, once his interview is passed, he will start he'll start working in this organization. Now, IT is something where you do not require any background. Trust me, guys, people are at Think Loudly, students at Think Loudly are the real testimonials. No matter what background you come from, keep your background aside. Whether you are a doctor, whether you are a nurse, whether you work in construction, no matter what background you come, if you are able to understand the complete job description, if you are able to perform well in your interview, you will be able to land a job. So if I talk about this person, John, he will follow 3 steps and he will start working in IT. Okay. It doesn't matter if he wants to work in cybersecurity, he wants to work in, you know, into DevOps or AWS. He can work in any organization, but the process is going to remain the same. Where first he's going to build the skills, second he will apply, third he will pass the interview. So these are the 3 things he will focus on. Now, now we need to understand few things which are very important. So can I know in the audience, can I know like what is important? Like if someone who wants to get a job, so what is important according to you? Can anyone in the chat, can anyone let me know, please? Like if someone wants to secure a job, then what is important? Skills, yes. What else? Knowledge. What else, guys? Skills, knowledge, anything else? Okay. See, I'm going to tell you how an IT organization actually hires you. If you understand the right filters, okay, I call it filters because, when there are like hundred of people, applying for same IT job, right? Let's say there is a job opportunity and there are like hundred of people applying for the same IT job. Then there is a filter over here. If you are able to pass this filter, you will be able to land a job. So it's important that whether you understand these filters or not. Students, there are many people who come to me and say, Naman, I attended the training, but I didn't get a job. So do we have anyone here who attended the training in the past but he never got the job? Guys, can you tell me in the chat box, do we have anyone here who attended the training in the past but never got the chance, or never got the job? Anyone? No one? Okay. Yeah. So there are people who have attended the training. So many people think that just by skill, you will be able to land a job. But that's not right. The world is moving towards smartness, whether how smart you are to, you know, to get that one job. So you need to understand other filters. So when I say filters, if you understand all the filters, it becomes quite easy. Number one is skill, definitely. People who responded with this skill, I completely agree with you guys. Skill is number one thing where you should focus on. Second, you know, second is the, experience, or you can say exposure, whether you are able to got the right exposure or not. Okay. Third, now third factor is your certifications. See, there is no harm if you have 5 certificates, or if you have 10 certificates, there is no harm. As many certificates as you have, the filters are going to improvise and it will become very easy for you. Fourth, how do you present yourself in the interview? Okay, that is quite interview skills. That is very important. I know someone who doesn't know anything, but he talks big. He always shows that he knows everything. So whenever you get into interview, right, do not show them that you are nervous. Don't show them. Talk big. That really helps. Trust me, guys. I have seen number of students. They talk about, let's say if they are in AWS, they will talk about CI/CD pipeline. They will talk about EC2 machines. They will talk about big things, right? They will always say that this is going to be. I know everything. So interview skills is quite important. So if you have all these four filters, you know, well prepared, I promise you, you will be able to land that one job in any domain, if it is cybersecurity or in any domain. Okay. So please pay attention to interview skills. Okay. Always remember that you have to note down all the questions after your interview. That's number one. Okay. Number two, you have to talk big. Okay. Even if you don't know, even if you know just few things about it, just talk big. That's quite important. Third, you know, kill the time of the interviewer. Okay, this is a trick. Okay, kill the time of the interviewer. When if an interviewer is asking you that talk about yourself, keep talking about yourself about 10 minutes, so the what will happen, you are giving less opportunity to the interviewer to ask questions. Okay, that's number one. Third, when you are introducing yourself, set the right scope. Don't say something what you don't know. See, if you know the little, that's okay. So set the right scope of the interview. Okay, that you know these 5 things. Now interviewer has to ask all the questions within that within that scope what you have set. Are you getting my point? So these are the 5 interview skills what you always have to practice. Note down all the questions after your interview. Second, talk big. You know this, you know that. Okay, kill the time of the interviewer. Don't give a chance to the interviewer, to ask questions. That shouldn't be rude. Okay, I'll tell you this disclaimer. Please don't be rude. But yes, try to kill the time smartly. And fourth, set the right scope. Don't let the interviewer go out of the scope. Let's say if you're giving the interview of cybersecurity and he starts asking you about cloud, but you don't know cloud, tell them upfront that you never got a chance to work with cloud, but you are open to learn. So that's quite important. Okay, so make sure that these you are able to follow all these interview skills. You are getting more smarter, and you are practicing, you are having all the right filters. Okay, now let's talk about these cybersecurity guys. So basically, cybersecurity, when someone wants to do cybersecurity, right, make sure that your networking skills are good. Your operating skills, so operating system skills like Linux, you're good with Linux, okay? And if you can add, this is something which is optional, if you can add cloud security with your cybersecurity, that is something what industry requires today. So I'm talking about that what is going to happen in 2024. In 2024, if any cybersecurity specialist is going to be hired, they will test your networking skills, okay, whether you know IP address or not, whether you know subnetting or not, whether you are aware about right router or different devices or not. That's number one. Number two, the operating skills, Linux. How good are you with the Linux? And third, if you can add cloud security, that can be really, really, really good. Okay. So make sure that these are the supporting courses. If you're attending, if you are already a student of cybersecurity, make sure that you are paying extra attention to these three supporting courses. Now, third, I always talk about, I know a lot of people who have attended this webinar. I always say that we are trying to get into an entry level job, but cybersecurity is something which can take you to executive manager as well. So in 2024, as per the survey, we have found that, and we have gone through multiple surveys, we found that not just entry level jobs are going to be popular, but also mid level career jobs or executive manager job. Okay, that's going to be very, very booming. So people who come from management, right, they can add the flavor of cybersecurity, and that can take them to a managerial role in cybersecurity. I know so many recruiters, they are hiring they're hiring managers for cybersecurity specialists because every organization needs them. So if you're preparing for entry level, that's very good. Okay, if you want to mix it with executive manager, you can mix it with your project management skills or CISM. Try to mix it up, but it totally depends if you are someone who wants to get into management or you are someone who wants to get into a entry level job. But I know over here many people are here who wants to get into an entry level job. Okay. Now, let's talk about what are the roles which are going to be popular in the year of 2024. Okay. We need to prepare based on that particular job role. So number one job role which comes under cybersecurity is network engineering. So how well are you with network? This is going to be one of the good role where you can apply if you have a good network skills. Let's say if you have gotten your CCNA certificate already, okay, and devices, network devices, and how to deal with IP addresses, how the blacklisting of IP address works. If you know all these things, then network engineering role is quite popular and is going to be another popular thing in 2024. Then ethical hacker. I think many people who are attending this program with us, ethical hacker, we are covering everything what you actually need, on job. And then we have information security analyst, security architecture, or you can say architect, it should be security architect, and chief information security officer. Okay, this is something which is also a very popular role, CISO. So this is, I mean, one of the, it's a mid-level, career option, which really pays well. So if you are a cybersecurity specialist and you want to search a job in chief information security officer, I mean, the minimum salary is $165 per year. So that's actually a big amount of money what you can get as chief information security officer, or you can apply as ethical hacker. This is also one of the good option where you can go into. Okay. Network engineering comparatively pay less, but ethical hacker and CISO pays well. And 2024 is going to focus in these five roles as per the surveys what we have found out from different organizations. Okay. So guys, can I know like which one is more effective? So people who are here with us today, So do you think that your university degree is good? Is it good? Or do you think that these certifications are good? What can actually land a job? I don't want to talk like my dad, who always says, have a university degree. I want to talk very practical here. I want to talk about something what actually can land a job to us. So, what do you think? Which one is good? University degree is good or certification is good? Can anyone please tell me in the chat box, like, which one will help you to get that one job? Correct. There are a lot of people talking about certification. Exactly. Certification. Guys, trust me. I mean, let me just clear it out. Everyone, can we please uh, tell me in the chat box like which one is more important? Okay. So guys, it's basically I mean, one moment, just give me 1 second. Yeah. So basically, we have to understand this very well. People out there, they are ready to invest $10,000 or $20,000 in doing a university degree, spending their 2 years of time to do their masters. Okay. But you know what is happening? IT is rushing. IT is changing every year. So the market, which used to be there 2 years ago, is not here now at all. It's not here at all. Trust me. People who are enrolling in university degree, you know, they are taking their 1 or 2 years of time to complete that course. And by the time they're out of the university, they find out that market has been changed. I know number of people who have completed their university degree and now they are doing their certification courses. I mean, which doesn't make sense, right? You have invested already a lot of money in university and now you want to basically do certification and get a job. Then why can't you just do certification course and get a job? So because of the timeline, certification course is actually something which is quite important if you really want to land a job, because you are learning something within a very short period of time what you actually need at job. You're not just waiting for 1 to 2 years. It's not like, I mean, current era is not the way it used to work 20 years back. People are over here, they believe something quick. They need something quick, right? If the demand says DevOps is popular, then I don't know if this is going to be popular after 6 months. How do I know, or how do anyone know, right? If we say cybersecurity is popular, then I don't know if cybersecurity is going to be popular after 2 years or not. Maybe some other thing will invent from somewhere. You know, we never imagined 5 years ago that there will be a car where Tesla car where it will drive its own, right? But now it's quite possible. So the way industry is transforming, we need to transform ourselves in a same way. Second, university unfortunately does not give any live exposure. It does not give any live exposure. It talks about, it has basically what they have done. They have basically set a curriculum which is like very old. So let's say if you go in university, they have those old books which you have to read, which you have to go through. They have those assignments which they have set like 5 years ago, and you have to do the same assignments because instructors or train or teachers over there, they don't care, or lecturers, they don't care what exposure you are getting. Second is old curriculum. It's very old. I mean, everything you will see that no one has changed it in last 10 years. And secondly, stand in crowd. I mean, university degree, I think many people have it. Can you imagine a truck driver, who has got no university degree but working in Google? These are the real story I'm talking about. I know there's a nurse who has never gone to a school, but now she's working in NASA. I have so many stories, and those stories I have heard myself. And from that period of time, I realized that university degree, or wasting the time in university degree, can be really waste of time and money. Now, if I talk about certification course, See, certification courses, okay, can I ask this? Who has designed certification course? Can anyone tell me who has designed these certification courses? Do you have an answer to it, guys? Like I am asking, let's say, I'm asking that there is a certification course, let's say Azure, okay? Azure is a cloud, and you are doing this certification course. So can you tell me who has designed these certification course? Certification course has been designed by the certification authority itself, right? Microsoft has a product Azure, and Microsoft is the same organization which has designed this particular course. Now, this is a product of Microsoft. So Microsoft will always want the latest curriculum in the certification course. And that's why they are giving you a certificate that you are a certified cloud professional. And same with cybersecurity. CompTIA is something which is certifying you, and they are setting the right curriculum. So curriculum is always up to date. You know, it cannot be outdated at all because it has been designed by the same organization who are offering it. And that's why the certifications have life. Your university degree cannot expire even after 30, 40, 50 years. But these certification courses expires in 3, or certificates expire in 3 years. Why? Because they want you to be up to date always. And that's why certification courses are real. They are the need of the industry now. And it just take 2 to 3 months. Tell me a course which takes more than 3 months. No course takes more than 3 months. If you do it religiously, if you do it seriously, there is no course which can take up to, I mean, more than 3 months. Then live tools exposure. Everything is live. I don't know how many of you has attended the certification exams. Have you gone through a certification exam? Anyone here in the in the audience, have you guys gone through the certification exam ever? Yes. So when you have gone through the certification exam, there are always scenario based questions, right? That shows that they need you to have experience, right? So that's make you the real guy who can use that particular tool. And then you stand out of the crowd. Recruiters, they want you to have the certificate. I know someone who has 15 certificates. I know someone who has 20 certificates. They want to keep having certificates because they want to stand out of the crowd. That's what they want. Okay. So guys, after this discussion, do you guys agree with me that certification course is much better to go with university degree? Do you agree with me, everyone? And whosoever is planning for university degree, plan certification courses. Please save your money, save your time, and invest in something which makes sense. Don't go towards where the crowd is going. We don't want to be part of the crowd. That's all. Okay. Now next, okay. So basically, we'll quickly talk about something what I need from all of you over here who has joined. One thing I know very well, that people who have joined here, they are very serious about IT career. And you guys have already told me that you really want the job in IT. So let's set the plan for 2024, that once the March month is over, I'm ready for that job. Okay. So who is ready to, understand the plan of action, plan of success? Guys, are you ready? Can we talk about it? That how it is going to work? That after March, like by end of March, you're ready for the job. Everyone, is everyone ready? Can we talk about it, please? Awesome. So by the first week of April, or by the mid of April, I want a job. This is something which we have to commit to ourselves. So it's not a commitment of 1 month or 6 months. It's a commitment of 90 days. Okay. Today we are going to commit ourselves for next 90 days, which is equal to 180 hours, which means 2 hours a day. See, trust me, IT is not that big. IT is not that big. If someone says you have to invest 10 hours in a day and spend like 3 months and then you will get a job. That's very untrue. IT is not that big. IT is a small. You just need to know right things and you get that one job. So you have to commit yourself for 90 days, 2 hours per day, which is equal to 180 hours. Now, what are the requirements? So, guys, keep your diary ready. I'm gonna tell you why. So, keep your diary ready. Okay, this is very important. So, all of you maintain a diary, maintain a calendar. Calendar is quite important to measure how many days have been passed. And notes. I mean, if you can get a notes from somewhere, let's say for cybersecurity, you can reach out to us on info@thinkcloudly.com. If you need the notes, always reach out to us and we will provide you the notes free of cost if you want it. Okay, but just make sure that those notes are printed out. Okay, and a mentor. Okay, mentor classes. You're attending the classes every day. Okay, it's okay, guys. If you don't want to subscribe to Think Loudly, that's completely okay. But at least have a mentor based classes. Don't go for recordings. Don't go for Udemy. Waste of time, waste of money. Don't do that because you need someone who can hold your hand and put you into IT. So you need someone. You can you need someone who can basically mentor you and guide you further. So make sure that you are taking the right steps. Okay. Now, this complete 90 days, this complete 90 days is basically from day 1 to day 30, day 30 to day 60, and day 60 to day 90. Okay. It has to be split into three phases. So this is phase one, this is phase two, and this is phase three. So first in 30 days, in your initial 30 days, plan your CompTIA Security Plus. Okay, this is one of the main certification for cybersecurity specialist or any cybersecurity job role you want to apply. Make sure that you are committing your 30 days to pass your Security Plus exam. You can always reach out to us if you need any kind of a help. Then next certification, you need to plan either the CEH, which is the Certified Ethical Hacker, or CCNA, which is a networking one, so that you can combine your security and networking together, and it's going to be really worth it. Or you can go into Certified Ethical Hacker, which is also one of the main certification of cybersecurity. And finally, once your certificate is ready, once you have planned and got your all the certificate, prepare your LinkedIn profile, spend your 30 days, in marketing yourself. But the training and the learning shouldn't stop, throughout your 90 days. You need to keep learning, but simultaneously, you have to go for Security Plus exam. That's number one. Second, you have to go for either CEH or CCNA. That's second thing what you have to do. And third, you have to prepare your profile on LinkedIn and start marketing, start reaching out to recruiters, start applying jobs. Okay, don't stop yourself. Okay, so make sure that you are able to follow the plan if you really want to land a job in cybersecurity. Does that make sense, everyone? So can we commit 3 months? Do we have anyone who is ready to commit 3 months in the audience? Everyone. Okay. So make sure that you are planning in a proper structured way. Okay. This plan has worked for all the students who have recently secured the job. They had the same plan. I'll tell you why we need the library. Sorry, why we need the diary. Okay. But you need to make sure that you are in your classes. Number one, you have the notes already printed out. Third, you need to have a calendar set. The calendar is the same thing what we are discussing down below here. Day 1 to day 30, day 30 to day 60, and day 60 to day 90. Your profile marketing should start after 60th day, after 2 months. Why? Because it should not create a problem when you are learning. Your learning has to be focused, so you cannot mix it. So after you gain two certificates, then go for marketing of your profile. Okay. Then after that, over here, I have just captured a screenshot. I always maintain a diary, guys. And, I always wanted to maintain, I still maintain this diary. If you see that, where I was learning a technology that was, I mean, it was on cybersecurity, and I was learning that technology in 2016. Like I was already working and I wanted to get into cybersecurity space. So I maintained a diary that after I'm done with my work at 6 p.m., because I used to, even in 2016, I was working from home, and I used to basically work till 6 p.m. And after that, I used to take a break and then start my classes like 7 p.m. to 8:15. I used to attend a class. So I used to note down like when I'm preparing the notes and practice, when I'm listening to podcast, and when I'm practicing again. So if you see, I used to spend like 3 hours to 3.5 hours of my time every day. Now this practice, I found this practice very useful because it helps me till today. It helps me to manage my time properly. So I don't waste my time if I'm getting a text on my phone and I waste my 15 minutes, or if I'm getting a call, I waste my 15 minutes. These were my dedicated hours, which I used to spend on my learning. So make sure that you have this diary, and when you have a diary, right there, day one, day two, day three, day four. This way, you will always be able to see that what time have you wasted and how can you improvise your next day. Trust me, this is the best way of time management. People who are working in Think Loudly, all the employees, they always maintain such kind of a schedule so that they don't mix it up with something else. Right now, YouTube is one of the main distraction. YouTube Shorts, or maybe Instagram, right? Reels. They are the main distractions for us today. So to kill or to beat those distractions, maintaining a learning schedule is quite important. So make sure that you guys, whenever you are dedicating a time to your learning, if you look at it, from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. there are 4 hours. Because of this because of this learning schedule, I could able to take out 3 hours of my time to dedicate on learning. Trust me, try it for 2 days. If it doesn't work, throw the diary out of your window. But if it works, keep it with you and practice. I am telling you. So, whatever 90 days we are committing today here, you will be able to see the results only if you maintain this diary. This is going to play a very important role in everyone's life. Okay. I'm sure that some people might sound it like a little old, but this is not an old idea. This is a right idea to manage your time. So, do we have anyone in the audience who will start maintaining the schedule in the diary? Do we have anyone in the audience? Okay, I think I'm getting some responses. Make sure guys, if you are learning something, please do it. If you're not learning, then it doesn't help. Okay? So please make sure that you are going to maintain a diary, because see, don't come you will not complain after 3 months. You will not complain that, hey, I didn't get a chance to practice and I don't have a job. So make sure that you do it. Okay, very good, Kangeshan. Very good. Okay. So over to you, Diksha. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you had a great session. You could able to learn something about cybersecurity from a roles perspective, and also how to plan your next 3 months. And I'm your mentor. I hope all of you have my number already. So at any point of time you want to reach me, please reach me and let's discuss. If you want some guidance, always drop me a text and let's discuss in depth. Okay. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Daman, for providing such knowledgeable tips and some interesting facts on IT. And I generally believe that our audience has learned a lot of new stuff today. So that sounds really great that our audience is feeling so enthusiastic and they have got a lot of knowledge. All right. So let's move further with the quiz session part. So everyone gear up yourself because now we have came up with a quiz session, and in this quiz session, so if you have to join the quiz session, you have to just scan the QR code given on the screen, or you can just click on the link that has been provided into the chat box. So if you want to join the quiz session. So the rules are that the quiz will contain 5 questions, and you'll only have 15 seconds, and in that 15 seconds, you have to mark your answers. And you won't be able to change the answer once it's marked. And top three winners will get the course voucher. And the one who'll mark the answers at very less time and will be the right answers, the top three winners will get the course voucher. So everyone, do join the quiz session. You can join through the scan, or you can just scan the QR code, or you can just click on the link given in the chat box. We are waiting for everyone. So we are just starting with the quiz session in next 60 seconds. So till then, we're waiting for everyone to join the quiz session. And let me remind you once again that once you mark your answer, you won't be able to change it. So please mark your answers carefully. And the one who mark the answers, the correct answers at a very less time, they'll be the winners, and the top three winners will get the course vouchers, or maybe they'll get the 50% discount on the courses. So let's see who will be the lucky three winners for today. All right, so now we have got our three lucky winners for today's quiz session. So the first one is Komala Kumar, the second one is Didit, and third one is Mike. So congratulations to all the three lucky winners for today's quiz session. Everyone, please congratulate them. So
So
our team
congratulations,
members,
guys.
the consultants, will reach out to you in next in 2 or 3 working days.
Yeah.
Everyone, please congratulate them.
So congratulations, Mike. Did it. I think did it is always a winner for us, and Kamla. So thank you so much everyone for participation in the quiz. So now this is the time where we will basically, you can go ahead and download our Android application if you want to explore Think Loudly. So whichever session you attend with Think Loudly, you can find the recordings on our Android application. So if you're using smartphones, Android phones, you can download our Android application. Okay. And also make sure that like, okay, so these are some of the job achievers who have achieved the job so far. uh, this is the feedback what we actually get from our students. We generally get we generally receive the feedback from many students, like how's the class going on. Yeah, and please, I think, Diksha, we can take the certification, I mean, email, like we can put the form in the chat box so that people can get the certificate of participation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We are providing the link. You can just click on the link given in the chat box. Once you click on the link, you can claim the certifications for participation in today's webinar. So the link has been provided in the chat box. So you can click on that and you can claim the certification. And also, we are just left for only few more minutes. So still if anyone is interested for any of the course, whether it's cloud computing courses, cybersecurity, Scrum, any of the courses you're interested for. So you can just provide your following information in the chat box so that our consultants and our team members can reach out to you and you can grab this $399. Yes, this offer, you can log this offer, or maybe if you want to start the course, maybe in Feb or maybe upcoming months. So you can log this offer by making some initial deposit and you can start with these courses in upcoming months whenever you want to start with. That's a really great opportunity you all are going. I mean, this is a really great opportunity all are getting. So if anyone is interested, any of your friend, relative, anyone is interested, so do provide us with this following information.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for participation. I think you all have enjoyed this session. We are coming again within next 2 weeks, so make sure that you join us again, and we'll see you over there. I hope this session was enlightening for all of you with the help of Light and Diksha. Thank you so much for actively hosting this webinar for all of us. And I'm very sure that people who have come to us today, they will definitely come again in next few weeks. So guys, we always come after 2 to 3 weeks. So if you want to join again, please come and make sure that you are participating just like you did today. So thank you so much everyone for coming today. Yeah, and you can And again, the timetable, you guys can basically drop your detail. One of us will reach out to you and we will discuss about the timetable of the classes and everything with you directly. But thank you so much and wish you a very, very happy new year. I'm hoping that we guys are going to get that one job for ourselves in next 3 months. That's the plan, everyone.
Thank you for watching. Switch from non-IT to IT today. Explore www.thinkcloudly.com.